Hello and welcome to my new video. Today I want to continue a printing session with exactly the same print and probably print something more. I was quite inspired with the paintings fair market here in Copenhagen, and after looking on the digital photographs on the same market, I was quite disappointed with the results what people getting with the digital prints. Unfortunately, it doesn't really feel like art, and today I want to fix it a little bit, at least in my art. So let's heat up the chemicals and start printing of my new print. For this particular one, I want to include the borders of the print of 35mm, which I usually never do, and this is one of the reasons why, because I'm using paper of 20 by 30 and you have too much white margin on the left and on the right. But now I think it's not a big deal, and first of all, it looks a little bit better with them and your picture is more solid and not cropped. And all the time, when you include the borders, which is actually looks really natural, and at the same time they're natural and not obstructing and creating the excellent borders for your pictures. And when you frame it, it looks even better, and you actually have a touch as the author on top of this photo. And you definitely can see it was printed by hand and not really printed digitally with the alpha print. So this is my borders, and as you can see, my picture is a little bit overexposed and dark, and I think it's a problem with the chemicals a little bit, so I increase time for Blix Fix, and I hope it will bring up this black shadows a little bit back. So sometimes when the Blix Fix is not really on point, you will get a little bit muddy shots and the colors really not there. So let's check if my assumption is correct and pull up the next print with the full size. I reduce also exposure a little bit, and as you can see, it works a little bit better. And I really like this uneven marking on the negative and its original framing from the negative of 35mm. And this shot was also made with a Kodak 200 gold, and I really like the color and the full autumn vibe what I have from this picture. And let's switch to the next frame from exactly the same strip. And because I already have all the settings, I can just easily more or less reproduce the same results, and probably I need to just correct for exposure and everything will be fine. This is quite excellent shot, and I think it works best with the Kodak 200, so let's focus on a grain and start exposure. When you have a backlit light and when you have a lot of details and shadows, you can overexpose this film 1 and 1.5 stop or something like this, and you will get this amazing muted colors on green, amazing overcasting white light going from the back of the trees, and at the same time it's always warm, and this distortion of highlights is really amazing on this film. And because I want to make picture a little bit darker, I increase exposure for 1 second and go for the next development. I'm reusing chemistry, as you know, so it's exactly the same batch of half liter of array 4 from Adox chemistry. And now I developing for 1 minute and also make a Blix Fix for 1 minute. As you probably remember from my previous tests, overexposure or basically overdevelopment sometimes can create the bad pictures, but most of the time is underdevelopment create horrible results, and overdevelopment can be a little bit forgiving and correcting. So I just give it a chance and try to expose it normally and just overdevelop it for 1 minute and not 45 seconds, and also apply the Blix Fix for 1 minute. And in this case, I like results more. For some reason, it's developed a little bit better in the shadows, and in the same time, I have more color after Blix Fixing for a longer time. It means I basically under Blix or under Fix. So just make some experiments and do not stick all the time with the rules. And my constant subscribers probably already see I'm not releasing videos so often, basically because I don't print so often. So thank you for watching, share my videos, subscribe to my channel, because I want to hit 1000 subscribers this year. And thank you for watching. and see you in the next videos.